Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be another fluke trip. More specifically, I'm going to be trying some very deep water for the fluke, trying to get a bigger fish. I should, in theory, be scaling up my gear in order to entice a larger fluke. But I'm going to keep it, just because I'm fishing in a new area, I'm going to keep it with the original gear that I usually use in order to at least try to find concentrations of fish. And then if I have to upsize later on in the trip, I can certainly do that. I'm gonna be looking to fish, like 70 to 80 feet of water today. It's July 8th, so these fish are, in theory, pushing a little bit deeper just with the water temps going up. But that's gonna be the fish's decision, not mine. So we're gonna try to find them fishing an all new area. As you can see, pretty well socked in fog, but I got my safety light all around white light on right now just to increase my visibility. It's always nice to have a little bit more vis in fog so I don't get run over. And we're just gonna get right to it, guys. I got a little bit of a ride to get to where I'm going, so hope you guys enjoy this one. And I hope they bite. Let's go. All right, guys, here's the rig. It's gonna be a bucktail. The gulp on it. This is a fluke belly strip. This is just the edges on the fluke fillets. When you cut them off, you get this useless piece of meat that you really can't eat, but it does come with the ability to catch fish, so good bait. Then I'm gonna do the gulp on the teaser hook. It's just I think it's a 3/0 Gamakatsu with a squid strip on, just a tip. And we're gonna stop here. As you can see, it's greasy calm out here, so I'm gonna use the trolling motor to just back down a little bit on the drift. Just trying to put it in like a half a speed setting or one, trying to get the drift up to where I need it to be. So I'm going a little bit heavy with the jig to start off with until I know what I'm gonna need for a weight on the bucktail. And then it's just the same usual rod. This is that heavier rod, and let's get fishing. Ah, it's a nice fluke. Oh. Just marked it because I don't have any marks out here. Even though they really did botch up that mark into the spot. I can't tell if this is gonna be a keeper or not, but no, it's not a keeper. But it gives me a frame of reference to where some fluke are. Yeah. First fluke of the day though. That's an old hook wound. All right, let's get that back down there. What I want to do here is find a body of fish. So I know that wasn't a keeper, but it's always good to mark where you get your first one on new bottom. So maybe you can set a trend or see a trend. That's a fluke. I think I pretty much dropped that into that fish's mouth because that fish was on before I even got my first jig. My line went slack on me. Yeah, it's gonna be a netter. It's clear water. It's really cool to see how these fish swim. Oh, it's a bad net job, but wow, that might be a keeper. We're gonna mark that bottom. That is gonna keep. 19 inches is the size limit here in this state, and keep 6. Let's see what it measures out at. Gotta replace that tab, apparently. Oh yeah, 20 1/4. That's a hell of a way to start the day. Second fish. Alright, as always, keeper fish go on the stringer. I put them through the gills, out the mouth, and then I'll do this part off camera. I don't like doing this very often on the camera. Give it a bleed, quality of the fish improves, and then throw it in the cooler on the ice. As you can see, I have an issue with the fish finder here, and I'm just trying to troubleshoot it while in the water, and it's taken away from the fishing. But I'll explain that more a little bit later on in the video what's going on. Wow, here's a different species that you don't usually see. This is a window pane flounder. Oh, that's gone. If you hold them up to the light, you can see right through them. There ain't much there. They're protected species as well, so you can't keep them. Okay. Oh, it is a fluke. A small one. No, step in the right direction anyway. Oh. Tough telling. This feels okay. It's definitely a fluke. I don't think it's gonna be a keeper, but nope. Nice. Send them back. Get back down there fast, because there's a body of fish right where I am now. Of course, it's never that easy. Sea bass probably. Come up on the edge of that rock, coming out of the sand. Yeah, sea bass. He might actually stay. We'll take the measure anyways. It's a nice fish. Male. Right time of year to kill the males. Oh boy. Like, it's a keeper. Just barely. Like, we're gonna throw him back. That's just too close. You don't really need them that bad. Alright, just going to show you what's going on in this fish finder. Temperature is not reading correctly. Depth is, speed is, time is, everything else is right. It's a transducer plug issue. Center plug comes out black even if I clean it. Everything else comes out shiny gold. All this interference is, you know, just a result of this center pin being bad. Both my Gen 3 and Gen 4 have the same issue. It's a recurrent issue. Always a center pin. You can hear the, I can't tell if the camera's gonna pick it up. You can hear the arcing, or at least the ticking, coming off that center pin into the head unit. And if I sometimes if I play with the cord in the back, you can really hear the disruption. Sometimes I can get this clear up on pressure right there. Temperature comes back, no interference, clear picture. So this issue is something I've been chasing for years in both units. So here I am troubleshooting the motor problems, checking the plug coming into the motor, I'm checking the battery plugs, I'm even checking the magnets for the kill switch and the power switch, if you want to call it that, that's attached to the motor that turns the motor on when it's hooked up to power. And nothing's working. Yep, motor's dead. So this is how I have to fish the rest of the day. It's a long trip to get here, so I gotta at least try to salvage a bit of it. Right, motor is dead. I got about 2 seconds with it on before it kicks out. Initially I thought it was a voltage issue, but my BMS says that I have 77% battery life left on this battery, so I'm not entirely sure what the heck's going on. Just had a paddle all the way up here, double of rat sea bass. I just had a paddle all the way up here, which is a lot of work, so this trip's probably gonna be getting cut very short. But we'll see. Try to slide a couple more drifts in before I have to leave for the day. It always sucks when you got a 2-hour drive to have to go home. I think this is just a nice sea bass. Oh, it's a fluke. I don't know. Oh, it's a fluke. It's a big enough fluke to pull in fast. Get a quick measure on it and get him back. Oh, he's gonna be small. think there might have been another one with it, because this fish shouldn't have been able to pull drag at 16 inches, you know. But it sucks. Weather is perfect. I got a decent drift. Everything is lining up like this was going to be a good trip, but plagued with electronic issues today between this fish finder and that motor, so we'll see what happens. Did I pick up weeds or something? Oh wow. Nope, just a pup dog. Oh, come on. Come that time. Oh, it's just a sea bass. It's a nice one though. Thought that was gonna be a fluke from the get-go. I'll take a quick measure. Anyway, I'll actually go back and delete that waypoint because that's not what I'm here for. Nope, short. That's a shorty. I think this might be a decent sea bass. Yeah, decent sea bass. I don't think he's gonna stay. I mean, action's action, but yeah, 16 and a quarter. Alright, I had to reset this. As I'm resetting, I am going closer to shore, just working my way back, getting shallower, because ultimately this trip is terminated by the lack of a drive, but there's no reason I can't bust my hump and pedal back and catch a few fish along the way. Yeah, and here it is at the end of the trip. I was talking to my friend Tom in front of the launch, and sure enough, gave it another go. The motor worked. Figures right at the end of the trip. I also ran into Elias from Elias TV Fishing on the way in, and he thought it was perhaps because it overheated. Maybe that's the case, so I went through all the connections at home and make sure there's no connectivity issues. Alright guys, gotta call it a day here, early. So the motor's back up and running here at the very end of the trip. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm gonna have to send I got a video of it, I'm gonna send it to Old Town and see what they think. I don't know if it was a voltage issue, so it could be the battery. It seems like it might have been a voltage issue, but there is just no knowing. So that aspect of it, you know, it is what it is. That definitely put a damper on the day. I spent probably more time paddling, trying to get drifts going than I did fishing. And obviously, less time in the water, the less fish you're gonna catch, and you're just not quite as effective. Didn't quite make it to the area I wanted to fish either. I wanted to go further offshore into some deeper water, but after this motor kicked out, that was not gonna happen. So I ended up with that one nice fluke, handful of shorts. I think I had one smooth dogfish, a couple sea robins. More than likely, most of the fish that I caught today are gonna make this video just to make a video. Hey, it is what it is, right? It could have been a good day. I really don't know. Just didn't get the opportunity to fish as effectively as I would have liked. But hey, that's it. You know, take care of your equipment, it takes care of you. We get home with a voltmeter and try to figure this out. If you guys like what you saw, hey, like, subscribe, comment. You know, not every trip can be great, and you know, I'm human too, and hey, you know what, having one bad trip out of a bunch is it's not awful. I am going home with fish, that's not bad. Black sea bass, you know, couldn't make that happen. I had one that was a keeper, but it was just barely keeper. That thing swam. Don't eat fish that bad. But yeah, that's really it. Gonna do some diagnostics at home, and hopefully this kayak's fixed for the next trip. Also, gonna be going up to Alaska in like 4 days here for a week-long trip for halibut. That I'm super excited for. Fixing this kayak may take a little bit longer than I would have liked, but I also have that other kayak there that I can give it a shot on the Outback. So worst case scenario, I still fish. So it's not super crucial, but it is nice having the motor. But all right, guys, that's everything I got for you today. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.